ถ่ายกันถ่ายตรงไหนอ่ะคุยมา
signs. So if the alarm was to go off inside the Bute Hall, it would be done so by a continuous electronic sounder. Now if that happens, the procedures are as follows. The assembly point for Bute Hall is the south flagpole overlooking Kelvin Grove Park, which is directly behind from where I am standing. So if an alarm were to go off inside this hall, all we would ask of you is the people sitting in the galleries and the side pews, you would exit by the turret doors which lead you down to the east and west quadrangles where you would exit through the south archways. People sitting in floor level, graduates, you would file out row by row. You go each side of this dais, back through to Randolph Hall, turn left and down the main staircase. Our disabled guests and friends, you would make your way towards the Hunterian Museum where assistance would be given. The rest of the guests at the back of the hall, you would make your way down the stairway, straight through the cloisters underneath. All exits in this hall lead you to the south flagpole. Now hopefully this will not happen. This is not to worry you or frighten you in any way. This is just to make you all aware of how we can evacuate this hall as quickly and as safely as possible. Secondly, mobile phones, could you please ensure that they are switched off before the ceremony begins? Now for all our guests, you are allowed to take photographs during the ceremony, but please do so from where you are seated. Do not walk up and down aisles of passageways as it blocks off exits, but also it restrains the viewing from all the other guests. Now at the very end of the ceremony, when our Vice-Chancellor and the Deans and the senior academics go to process out, and our new graduates join on to that procession, I know you're all proud of your sons, daughters, husbands, wives, grandchildren, as we all are. And may I also add, there's many young people sitting before us today whose families and friends are many thousands of miles away from Bute Hall. So if you give all the new graduates a rousing applause as they join on to the procession to leave the hall, we would be very grateful indeed. And last, but not least, the graduates. My warmest congratulations to each and every one of you. All I ask of you is to sit back, relax and enjoy this ceremony, because this is your day. Thank you very much.
welcome you all to this second of our December graduations.
Oremus, Eterne Deus et clementissime Pater, gratias tibi qua maximas agimus, quod nos, affera et agreste vita, ad artes ingenuas et scientiarium cognitionem deduxeris. Quod domum nostrum perpetua lagitate et misericordia, usque ad hoc diem prosecutus sis, quod viam nobis et veritatem et vitam in filio tuo indicaveris. A te, Pater, petimus, ut servi tui graduandi, abis profecti initiis, ad metam perfectionis aspirent, et nobis nostreque rei publicae laudi et ornamento esse possint. Tibi, Pater, Filio et Spiritui Sancto, sit laus, honor et gloria, in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Please be seated.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Faculty of Engineering and by authority of the Senate of this University and the University of Edinburgh, Heriot-Watt University and the University of Strathclyde, I present to you these graduates who have been found worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Engineering in System Level Integration. Andrew George Jameson. Paul Morgan.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name of the Faculty of Arts and by authority of the Senate, I present to you these graduates who have been found worthy to receive the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Juha Mikael Martila. Oliver Jamie Thomas O'Grady. Stephen Michael Timoney. Kirsten Madeline Bedickham. Benham Rajavi Pucci. Susan Elizabeth Orr. John Patrick Armstrong.
Rama Subramanian Natharajan. Kayla Rayur. Bartolome Marek Pastisak. Fatime Agamoradi. Anakor Kuchodom Obina. Amir Darisopa. Jirapa Srisai. Sijo Charuno Kanato Thomas. Seng Guan. Chancellor, in the name of the Faculty of Engineering and by authority of the Senates of the University of Glasgow and Heriot-Watt University, I present to you these graduates who have been found worthy to receive the degree of Master of Science. Callum Anderson. Andre D. Moran. Emezeze Adebo.
In the name of the Faculty of Education and by authority of the Senate, I present to you these students who have fulfilled the conditions required by the resolutions and may now be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Education. Melissa Jane Rose Boyd. Vincent Thomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates of the University of Glasgow, may I once again welcome you all to the University of Glasgow and to this graduation ceremony here in the Duke Hall today. And let me particularly welcome those who've travelled long distances to be here. By any measure, graduation days are special days. Special day in the life of the university, as graduations mark that moment when you enter this building as graduands and leave it as graduates. It is a transition of significance for us, as people of talent and ability become, through their degrees, forever associated with this place. It's a special day too for your teachers and supervisors, some of whom, many of whom are seated round here. They've been an integral part of your journey to this day. They've worked with you, they've advised and they've helped you throughout your research and your studies. And they take pleasure in what you've achieved, and they're celebrating this day with you. Today is, of course, particularly special for you. It represents the culmination of a lot of hard work, dedication, perseverance. This ceremony recognises all that, and all that you have achieved and the success that you now enjoy. So let me invite your friends and your family to join me in congratulating you once again. It's a very special day for those seated around this hall, or maybe watching on screens, or maybe watching online anywhere in the world. Those family and friends who've encouraged you and supported you through the highs and lows of your studies to get you to this moment. I'm sure you would be the first to admit that if it weren't for them, the journey to today would have been that much more difficult. So why don't you and I take the opportunity to thank them for all that they've done and all they've meant to do. This is a truly international gathering. Over 30 nations are represented in the hall today, and over a third of you are from out with the United Kingdom. Our university is increasingly global. Now these days, when we hear the word global, it usually goes with financial crisis or credit crunch, and none of us is immune from the effects of these. But what I want us to celebrate today is another global phenomenon, a positive and a hopeful one, that this university is proud to be part of, and to which you, as students and now graduates, belong. I'm speaking of that great global community of scholars engaged in intellectual endeavour in universities and institutes around the world. Because of what we share and have in common, we have an international community which has something very special to offer, even more so now in these uncertain times. Why do I say this? Because it's about what universities do, and it's about what you become as a result. So firstly, it's about what universities do. In a recent article by Geoffrey Bolton and Colin Lucas, who are from the League of European Research Universities, the article was entitled, "What are Universities for?" They quote from The Idea of a University, written in 1852 by Cardinal Newman, and he suggested that a university is a place where inquiry is pushed forward, discoveries verified and perfected, and error exposed by the collision of mind with mind and knowledge with knowledge. So in other words, universities are places where the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is core, and there can be few greater aims. Much of what goes wrong in our world is down to an inadequate understanding of the world as it is. But true knowledge and real understanding are hard won, demanding intellectual rigour, tough analysis, constant testing, reassessment. And you know this. As you have worked, studied, researched and learned in a university, this has been your shared experience. And this brings me to my second point. Universities are important because of what you become through that shared experience. You've developed and been equipped in very important ways that will mark you out. You've developed skills and aptitudes that, whatever the turmoil and changing patterns of the world, will be of constant and lifelong value, not just to yourselves, but to the communities to which you belong. But what are these skills and aptitudes? Let me summarise them in one phrase borrowed from the same article by Bolton and Lucas. They suggest that through the university experience you will have learned not to be dismayed by complexity, but to be capable and daring in unravelling it. That's what universities and the global community of learners that they represent are all about. That's what the University of Glasgow and all of you are all about. We are not in the business of being dismayed by complexity. We want to be capable and daring in our drive to unravel it. No doubt the world to which we all belong will continue to challenge. It will continue to pose major problems, whether in economics or health, the environment, poverty or conflict. But you have something to give. You have the intellectual capacities and the knowledge to face up to the challenge. As people of ability, I would urge you to play your part. Be capable and daring in the deployment of your learning and your abilities, and be confident of your capacity for success. On Monday evening in this hall, we enjoyed the honorary graduation and a lecture given by the Nobel laureate, Professor Muhammad Yunus. And in his lecture, he posed a question and set a challenge. What would the members of the young generation, such as you, be getting ready for? He asked, and he went on. I see one exciting option for you. To list all the features of the new world you want to create, and then work for it. I hope among all the features in your wish list, he said, an important one will be to create a world without poverty. Now, whatever might be on your wish list to achieve, the important point is that the world needs your abilities, honed and developed through your time here. There will forever be opportunities to be capable and daring in making them count, in making a difference. While we recognise we are part of that global community of learners and seekers after knowledge, I also want to stress that as graduates of Glasgow, you join another very special international community. We have 59 alumni associations across the world, with more than 105,000 alumni in 164 countries. A community that is growing all the time. Wherever you go or whatever you do, you share this distinction with great men and women of the past and the present. I hope that you will remain part of us, that you will continue to show interest in and support for what we are and what we seek to be. Over 557 years of history and achievement, through the good times and the bad, through changes and uncertainties, the University of Glasgow has survived and flourished, a living, breathing community of students and scholars that remains true to the ideal of intellectual endeavour, capable and daring in its pursuit of excellence. As graduates of this university, I hope you will be proud of it, that you will honour it in all that you do, and that you will remain true to the ideals that it has stood for so long. With this heritage behind you, and with so many global challenges before you, this is no time to retreat or to be dismayed by complexity. Rather, it is time to reaffirm the importance of what universities are and what they can do. It's time for you to build on and to harness all that you've achieved and all that we're honouring today. And it's time for all of us associated with this university to be capable and daring in playing our part in shaping a better world. Finally, concluding, it only remains for me to congratulate you again and to wish you every success for the future. Thank you.
Oremus. Gratia Domini nostri Jesu Christi, et caritas Dei, et communicatio Spiritus Sancti, sint cum omnibus vobis. Amen.
知道看什么吗？照片了。哦，好多。新闻发布会啊。看一下。
Can you get a photo?
OK。1、2、1还是1、2、3嘛
Yes. What do you choose?
我就。
太假了！
OK， 到了。
ได้แต่ว่าเดี๋ยวพันต้องกลับไปหาที่โรงพยาบาล
เ
ครับมี
นิ้วหอมจะถ่ายตรงที่เดิมที่ตรงที่ดีกว่ามันไม่ใช่ที่เดิมเอ๊ะ เดี๋ยวนะคะ
Yes. Yes, I'll be here tomorrow evening.
ใครจะดูดีนะ
เพราะมันสูง
อ๋อโอเคนึกว่าพี่อาร์มจะดูดีที่อยู่ตรงนี้ ตบแสงเด่นๆแล้วก็ต้องแป๊บนึงนะคะ
แล้วไง ทำไมไม่ถือดอกไม้อะลูก
ไม่ต้องถอยค่ะ หน้าแค่ไหนแค่นั้น
เรียงข้างเลยไม่ต้องมายืนกับพ่อมาดูแล้วครับเดี๋ยวพ่อถ่ายตรงนี้ลูก
เ
ยืนบนสนามอ่ะยืนบน